Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue au cours français Pt1 niveau 1 et 2. Ce vidéo-là est pour les élèves niveau 1 et nous allons nous allons continuer notre discussion du chapitre 6, la nourriture, mais avec quelque chose de nouveau, le verbe manquer. Et je vais parler en anglais et en français pour expliquer, mais pour introduire cette nouvelle idée, je vais parler en anglais. Okay, so what we're discussing, a continuation of our food chapter, is the verb manquer. And we learned a lot of useful material in the food chapter, different kinds of foods, how to place orders, the like cultural differences between France and the US, how the checks work, tipping, that kind of thing. But there's an element that's rarely, if ever, introduced at level 1 curriculum. You won't see it in your textbook, but I think it's appropriate for level 1, and that is the verb manquer. The verb manquer is used to signify lacking or to be without. In English, the sentiment behind the verb is to miss. I resist saying that it means to miss as its definition, like as its French to English definition, because the structure behind the verb manquer is backwards from the structure used for the English to miss. And if there's any reason that it's not typically introduced at level 1, that's why. But once you recognize that the mechanics of the structure are reversed from our English mechanics, then it isn't a difficult idea to express, and it's something that would be used daily, day-to-day speech. It would be an essential part of the language. So I think this would be an appropriate topic to cover now. And so let's look at the verb manquer. Okay, so manquer, M-A-N-Q-U-E-R, manquer. And I've put to miss here just for what the sentimentality, what it conveys sentimentally. But just like I resist thinking of this as the English definition for manquer, I want you to resist that too, and only understand that this is the sentiment behind it. And rather, for your definition, I want you to think of to lack or to be without. And this is why. As you can see here, like normally in class, we chart our verbs. So, for example, let's take faire, to do. Je fais, tu fais, il en fait, vous faisons, vous faisiez, ils, elles font. We would chart this out. But because the way manquer works in practice is so unlike any of the other verbs we've used, I've not charted it, and rather I've used the pronouns as a guide for making phrases and then just conjugated accordingly. Okay? So, and the reason for that is because the structure is backwards. So when we say that we miss someone, I miss him, I miss her, I miss them, I miss it. Our subject is I, and the object is the him, her, it. Whatever it is that you miss. In French, though, it's more like when we used at the very beginning, and one of the first things we learned was what we call ourselves. I call myself Mr. Kinslow. Je m'appelle Monsieur Kinslow. That je m'appelle, tu t'appelles, et le l'on s'appelle. Nous nous appelons, vous vous appelez, il, elle s'appelle. This, me, te, ce, nous, vous, ce. These are your object pronouns, and that is what is going to take the place of the I. And the thing that you miss will take the pronoun, and we're going to reverse the mechanic. So, if I'm being familiar, and the sentiment that I want to express is that I miss you, the you is actually going to be the subject pronoun. And the I is going to be the thing that the subject pronoun is without, the thing that the subject pronoun is lacking. And we're going to use an object pronoun to express the I. So the sentiment is I miss you. But the phrase is you lack me. Okay. You are without me. Okay? So I miss you is tu me manques. And the conjugation is subject pronoun, subject verb conjugation. So the manque is connected to the tu via the conjugation. So manquer is the infinitive. manquer is the conjugation with tu. I miss you. Tu me manques. I miss him or her. He or she lacks me. He or she is without me. Il me manque. Elle me manque. I miss him. Il me manque. I miss her. Elle me manque. And you can see my conjugation. No S. manquer for il or elle. Okay? For I miss us, say maybe I've got a relationship and it's maybe it's long distance or something, and we're talking, and maybe I miss us being together. So I can say I miss us. The us is lacking me. Okay? Nous me manquons. I miss us. Nous nous manquons. Okay? Moving on. Let's say you're at camp, or you go away to school, or you take a trip with your friends or something like that, and you're talking to your family. You're talking to brothers or sisters or your parents, and you want to tell all of them that you miss them. So you're going to use the vous. It's formal or plural you. We're thinking of it as plural here. You're going to tell all of them, all of you, that I miss all of you. Okay? I miss all of you. Vous me manquez. And the conjugation is connected to the vous. manquez. manquez. I miss all of you. Vous me manquez. Okay? And to continue, let's say that maybe you're on a trip to France or something, and you're talking to friends that you've made. You're studying abroad, you're talking to friends that you've made about people that you love and care about back home. And you're going to tell your friends that you miss them, your family or your friends back home. You're going to say that you miss them. I miss them. Il me manque. Say you've got a group of friends that are all female. Okay, so il is masculine or mixed gender, remember? And elle is if you're grouping exclusively female. So I miss, say I miss the girls. Okay, elle me manque. Okay, and the spelling, M-A-N-Q-U, M-A-N-Q-U-E-N-T. And like normal, write the E-N-T, don't say the E-N-T. Okay? I miss them. Il me manque. I miss them. Girls. Elle me manque. So that's how it's set up structurally for expressing I miss. And the thing that you miss is actually, that's the sentiment, I miss, but structurally in French, it's the thing that you miss is the subject. And the I, when you're expressing yourself missing, the I is going to take the object pronoun. Okay, so I miss you, tu me manques. I miss him, I miss her, il me manque, elle me manque. I miss us, nous me manquons. I miss all of you, vous me manquez. And I miss them, il me manque, elle me manque. Okay, and so that's the most basic way to use manquer, and the next part will discuss some more complex ways to use manquer. Merci, merci, et on va continuer en partie 2. Merci.